this time. Tried to start a stream and instantly crashed. So, yeah, not really nothing I can do about that. No, is there? Alright, let me get YouTube open on my phone real quick. Just so I can keep track of the chat and stuff. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is something that I started working on this morning and got it done pretty dang fast. Well, the rough sketch, anyway. And if anybody can guess what this is referencing, you are an ace. But I'll let that be a surprise. Alright, so I think we just get started because I want to be done by the time my friend gets on. I don't know if that's possible, but we're gonna try. But we've basically got the bare bones done. We've gotten the main sketch done, so now we've just got to get her colored and like shaded and all that stuff. Which I don't know if we can do that all in one stream, but we'll see. But it is a half body piece, which means that it is a much easier piece to do this for. No doubt about that. So hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day. Because I am. I love how this piece is coming out because this is something I really wanted to be special for. This is an Inktober piece, by the way. So yeah, this is definitely something I wanted to be well done because it's near and dear to my heart. And it's a huge thing for the channel. And things that I've referenced on the channel several times. So yeah, I'm glad that it looks good. I'm glad that it actually represents what I was going for because it's a piece where I had to basically, I wouldn't say gender bend, but basically add my, like, bring this thing to life using my own interpretation, which I'm not a concept designer or anything like that. So I legitimately didn't know if I could do it or not. But there are several hints in this drawing that tell what it is, what it's inspired by. But I'll let that be a surprise. What the heck? Ugh. Hold on. Excuse me, by the way. There we go. Okay. Just erase that. I did add another additional effect to yesterday's drawing as well, because I only realized it would have been a good effect by the time I was done. And this always happens with a lot of pieces, is that I get done with it and then I see something that I know I can add and I'm like, oh, it's not done. Yay, I gotta do this again. Or something like that. This one will definitely be an interesting one because of the fact of because of the fact that it's just not like, you know, pretty anime girl. No, it's legitimately this one's gonna probably be more on the gore side, honestly. Like not a lot of gore, but blood and all that stuff. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a thing. I've done blood before, but it's not like my go-to, so I rarely do it. But hey, first time for everything, right? that's one thing that I aim for with this challenge, is to basically challenge myself with things that I usually don't draw. So yeah, definitely a challenge. Okay, pen, can we not be a bot? Probably what I'm tracing over right now was easily the hardest part of the drawing because of how detailed it is. Not to mention my favorite word, symmetry. But yeah, this was an easier piece because it didn't take as long. Well, I shouldn't say it was an easier piece because we're not even done with it yet. So who knows? Maybe it can throw me a challenge. I just hope it's not anything too drastic because holy crap. That last one was so much work. That fucking hand pose, my god. Okay, that's off. Yep, my favorite word, symmetry. I hate it. Okay, why does this keep coming out wrong? I need a bigger eraser than that. So it's just nice to have some people here while I do this because this is a lot of work. Why is there? I swear to God. It can also lead to frustration. Okay, I think that's good enough. Because what you're looking at right now is the bare bones of what this is going to be. It's not the full-fledged piece. There's going to be a lot of blood. There will definitely be a lot of blood. But that will be until I can get this sketched, excuse me, traced. So, just bear with me, guys. It is a lot more work than it looks. Nope. Oh, for the love of God. Nope. Nope. Just a matter of heavy patience and focus. Okay, I think that the hardest part is done. Now I just gotta get this even. Most certainly is definitely not gonna be perfect, but this thing that it's referencing wasn't perfect either. Like, this has been a real fun piece to put together, just because of the fact that it's near and dear to my heart. And just coming up with something in reference to that was so cool to do. I'd love to do more pieces like this. If I can draw a straight line, that is. Okay, good. connection points. Again, I'll show it just to give you guys an idea. And again, if anybody can guess what that is based on, you get a cookie, because it's not very clear without the colors. The colors definitely tell exactly what this is based off of. And if I set the prompt for this one, you would give it dead away. It would give it dead away. That's why when I saw this prompt, I'm like, oh, that's a really cool idea. And it is a cool idea, because I've never done something like this actually before. So just sit back and enjoy the show, because it's going to be probably a long show. I did say that yesterday, and it turned out to not be true, but it's not to say that it's not always going to be that way. Come on. That's close enough. Oh, that's her arm. Right. Nope. I do not even understand that. I don't even know how to even begin to pronounce that name, but hello there, BJE3110. Hello there. That's sloppy. I need to get rid of that. It's always trying to get these lines clean. That's the big bitch about it. Okay. Yeah, let's do the puzzle pieces. There we go. It's definitely not perfect, but that's okay. We're not looking to be necessarily perfect. Well, that. Okay. Got that. What next? Probably these curves. No, 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 no. Okay. This side. Okay, let's do the arms. Oh. There we go. Also, do not worry, guys. I am still working on RTPAA. I'm just waiting. I'm just on a waiting game. That's all that it is. Once I get everything that I need to do for RTPAA, yep, we're starting. All I need now is really just the narration files. Up. And we'll get there. Okay, that's the other side. I don't have any particular way that I go in order here. I never do when I'm tracing, because they're all going to be traced regardless. That's basically just the long and short of it. So it really doesn't matter where you start or where you end. But just from what I've heard in like the voice acting files and all that stuff for RTBA, you guys are in for a treat. It's just a matter of putting it all together now. All recording is done, minus one character. I should actually get back to Lowe's on that. There we go. Okay. Like there's a few factors in this picture that like go outside my comfort zone. Like one thing I tend to do a lot is I have longer hair because longer hair covers up a lot of things. But this one, as you can see, she has twin tails. Well, Pigtails, technically. Those are technically pigtails, not twin tails. Twin tails are longer. But yeah, that means the majority of her facial features are and her body features are all visible. But given what this is based off of, I had to kind of go with a more, I guess you could say, open hairdo. But yeah, when I got this, I was like, oh my god, yes. Because I'm not choosing these willingly. I'm just letting a will decide because I can't decide on this. Because there's days where my brain's like, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to do this. So I just basically have to let a will decide and say to my brain, you, we're doing this. In Inktober, it's been fun, but good God, has it been hard. Definitely has not been an easy task. I luckily got an easy one last, which was hashtag storm. Much easier than the one before, which was Hutao. But I really like how that one actually came out of Hutao. It ended up coming up really good. Okay. Let's get this. And in case you're wondering, yes, they are meant to be look really uneven and crude looking. They're not meant to look even at all. Okay. The other holster. It's a little uneven. There we go. Okay. Now these chains, which are going to be a bit of a pain in the rear. So I got to think of how everything works here. So you'd see both sides of the chain. But you'd see the underside of that one. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get this correct. And how chains work is like that. Because that's how chain links work. Okay. Essentially what I gotta do is I gotta redraw these chains. So let's just start from scratch. That would connect to the hole. Okay, then I see what I need to do. The chain actually needs to start like right there. Yeah, more like that. Okay. And then rinse and repeat. Hmm. Oh, this is gonna take a minute. It's confusing because of the rough sketch. It's confusing me because of the rough sketch. No, 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 no. Oh, this is confusing the shit out of me. Okay. Chain has come way lower than that. Then that connects there. Right? Yes. Just trying to figure this out, guys. For some reason, it is game with my brain. Nope. Why is this messing with my brain so much? That's why it was screwing with me, because it's different. Oh, that fucking messed with me. No, no, no. Okay, erase that. that is so confusing for my brain. That is so confusing. I don't know why it is, but it is. If you're wondering if I'm copy pasting for the other side, yes, we are. Because I don't want to be here for millennia. Okay. No. The chains are uneven as fuck, but who cares at this point? I don't care. Not far down enough. Like right there. Okay, this is for some reason toying with my brain. It's really confusing me. I think I'm starting to get it. For some reason, it is just screwing with my brain right now. Okay, that chain is way too big. Don't I have a prompt with the prompt chain? I believe I do. Okay. Nope. Okay, I feel like I'm starting to get it now. That is one sloppy chain. Nope, down more. For some reason, it's just toying with my brain right now. Then I could just go something smaller. It's legit hard to tell for me right now. That goes under. This can go over, kind of. Just erase that. And go under that. And just connect the points. Alright, technically that should work. Jeez Louise, why did that toy with my brain so much? We are 100% copy pasting that. Because I really don't want to do that again. Whew. That legitimately just my brain. Okay, I don't know. Oh, I know what that is. I think. Yeah, it's just part of the thing. Okay, so that's part of her shoulder. Just reconnect those. Okay. Then I can just erase. That goes under, that goes over. Just like that. It is legitimately hard for me to tell what is going on and what's not going on. Okay. Alright, I think we're past the hard part. Holy shit, that was hard. For some reason, that was hard on my brain. I don't know why it was, but it was. Okay. Done. Alright, guys, now we can move on. Holy crap, those chains were a pain in my ass. Okay, well, that's off then. That'll work. Okay. Let's do her pigtails. Holy crap. My brain legitimately hurts from just doing those chains. Nope. There we go. Oh. Nope. Yep. Try that one again. Oh, my brain hurts. I don't know why, but those chains just straight up wrecked my brain. Hello, Eli 2468. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, my brain is a little fried after what I just had to do. Right now I'm just getting the rough sketch traced over, and then we'll start on the quote-unquote fun stuff. Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously, why are you giving me so much trouble? Okay, seriously Okay. Gee Louise. Okay, apparently I just cannot draw a straight line today. All right. This little strand, if I can draw a straight line. There we go. All right. Nope, try that again. God, seriously, why am I struggling so badly today? An easy rough sketch, and you're going to do this to me? Okay. Okay, apparently I just cannot draw a straight line today. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I'm just gonna have to do this kind of thing one step at a time. Okay. That's off though. Just kind of like that. It's a loose hair anyway, so it's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's better. Okay. Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, that's fine. Mark should be home before too long. We'll see if he's streaming. Okay, I really need this phone to move out of my way. Nope. Okay, Pen. Really? Can we just play nice, please? Nope. There we go. Okay, guys, we might actually get something done today if my pen doesn't decide to be an ass. And it's wanting to be an ass. It's like Peter Griffin with the freaking frog on the fucking wall. I actually should. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Nope. I apologize if you guys can hear that in the background. People don't know how to be like respectful where I live. Depending on how things go, this process can either be very therapeutic or it could be just straight up annoying. The hell is that? Okay, I don't know how that happened, but okay. Doesn't matter anyways. But when your pen doesn't want to behave, yeah, it doesn't become therapeutic anymore, it just becomes frustrating. Wind's blowing up a fucking storm. Nope. There we go. Ugh, excuse me. Okay, now I just gotta do this other pigtail. That don't look like it's connected. Need to get that a little bit more accurate. Now it looks like it's connected. That don't look clean though. Okay. And yes, this strand is in front of these pieces of hair. It's a loose hair strand, a single hair strand, so it would show. Where the fuck did you come from? Go away. Definitely not my cleanest line art, but hey, I never claimed to be good at line art. Especially when my pen wants to be a butt. Nope, I can see that disconnection point. Nope. Okay, that looks ugly. Yep. Okay. No. Nope. Her little strand. Okay. I think we just do the facial features now, and we're done. Or, well, not done. But we've got a critical step done, pretty much. Yeah, that's a chin. Ow. Okay. Most important parts. The eyeballs. Very, very important that I pay attention here. Just gonna have to do it like this. Okay, not bad. Yep. Mm-mm. Nope, just trying to get that a little bit better. There we go. No. What is that? Okay. Not bad. Nope. Alright, now I just gotta get these hair strands. And I think we're done. At least with this step. Yep, that's good. Nope, try that again. Alright, come on. It's the last freaking strand. Okay, I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. Because it is very easy. Besides those neck parts right there, I don't think those are necessary though. I'll add them just in case. I just don't want to have to do this over and over again. Don't think I missed anything. Oh. Oh, I thought for a minute I missed a hair strand. Yeah, I think that's the rough sketch. Let's turn that all the way back up now. Turn all these off. Oh. I turned one layer back on that didn't need to be on. Where is it? What's that? Oh, I know what that is. Oh dear, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. To kind of get in such a tight spot. What is that? Okay, I can just redraw that line then. Okay. I think she is basically at the point where we can start having some fun now. Nope, hang on. See some parts on the chains that I missed a little bit. Okay. How in the hell did I do that? Okay, hang on, guys. Doesn't matter which side I choose, honestly. Yep, that would work. Okay, then just erase that. Overlap that. Just double check I didn't miss anything else like that. Nope. I gotta fix it here too. Gouge. Darn it. Gouge. Darn it. Alright, now we look safe. Now we look safe. Okay. Alright, now the fun part. Now the actual fun part. Where we get to play around with a few things. Oh, that's intimidating. Now we just need to get... Why is red coming through? That's interesting. Oh, I know what's going on. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass to fix. So actually, what I need to do first, before I do anything, is fill the gaps where... Not only that, I also need to erase the gaps. This way we can work with this a lot more better. No. Nice try. There. Alright, now get this color. Now I can actually color the chains. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, I see. Or not. Not sure how this mess ended up happening, but it's annoying to say the least. You're expected to run into some issues every once in a while. It's just inevitable. Damn it. Just gonna go one at a time here, really, really slowly and really, really carefully. Nope. See one little line that got in there that doesn't need to be in there. See a few little ones that got in. So that would be the main sketch. Why are your eyes not on? God, that's terrifying. To be clear, that's even more terrifying, but that's alright. Okay. Come on. Then we've just got to do the same thing again. Had I realized how chains work, I would have not had this issue, but that's alright. It happens. Art is definitely not for the impatient. If you are too impatient to fix something like this, then just don't do art. Because you're gonna run into these issues a lot more than not. It's worse. You're gonna have to be the one that knows how to fix it. Whoops a doodle. Okay, that looks like that goes over. That's good. Alright. Now we can color. Hold on. Let me get something real quick. That is so mild I can't even see it. And this red stuff is going to be so tiny when I zoom out that it's not even going to be seeable. Only if someone like zoomed in with like as far as I'm in right now, just to be an ass, to nitpick, only then would someone even notice those issues. Like, look, you can't even see it from there. Excuse me. So one of my biggest tip of advice is if you make mistakes and you have to fix them a lot, here's a tip. Look from the perspective of the spectator rather than you yourself. Look from the eye of the spectator. Like, what perspective are they going to see it at? They're going to see it at, like, you know, if you were to load it on a page. They aren't going to zoom in. They're not going to look for the smallest mistakes and try to nitpick everything apart. There are people like that, trust me, there are. But those are the people who just want to be asses for no reason except to be an ass. If the mistake isn't noticeable from the eye of who is going to be looking at your piece, then don't worry about it. Then don't worry about it because it's not going to be a factor whatsoever. From that perspective, I see nothing. And that's the perspective you should always look at. Okay. Is her skin on? Yeah, it's on. I feel like it's too light though. Like it feels way too not dark. Oh god, no. Like it needs to be more like something like that color. Like a light gray. I feel like that's a more safer color palette right there. I see some issues right here, so I'm just gonna go and pick those apart real quick. Or not pick them apart, but get rid of them. Very tiny little ones that I can see personally. Okay. Now this process is just essentially looking for gaps and filling them in. Like I'm looking for the things that are noticeable. Not for the things that are tiny and unnoticeable. No, I see. That would be the skin color. Okay. Like small little things like that, I'm not worried about. Hell, that could be blood. And considering that this piece is going to have blood in it, it could definitely very well be blood. But the reason why you're seeing the red come through is because, well, that's the background seeping through. Okay. Just trying to decide what's the best way to go about this. I feel like these bracket things need to be a little bit more lighter colored. Or darker. Okay, I need the main color first. Just a little lighter than that. I feel like it matches the skin tone a little too much. Maybe that'll be a shade. Maybe that's a shading trick more. Okay. Just trying to think. Like, what would the lighting be here? That's actually a good question. I guess we just try things and see what happens. Actually, no. What I want to do first is... No. What I want to do first is something like... Yeah, something like that. Just to make them look kind of swollen. That is very noticeable, so let's get rid of that. Yeah, that's another thing. You'll notice these things as you go along. Like, you definitely will notice them if they are noticeable. Okay, I don't know what that is, but... my guess it would be something like this. Is it this? That's a good question. Ugh. So now I gotta figure out what the hell that is. Is this shit that I missed? Apparently it's shit that I missed. Don't know how the hell I did that, but somehow. Okay. That noticeable stuff. Bleh. That noticeable stuff is gone. Alright, so now the bullet hole. Yes, that's what that is. It's a bullet hole. Okay, so for that, let's keep this organized. Back to the airbrush. Smaller than that. If you ever want to make a wound look nasty, there's how. Basically, you want to go with a lighter tone with the airbrush underneath. Like, if you want stitches to look like they actually are like a wound that's healing, that's what you need to do. Okay. I do see that. So what we have to do is we have to go something like... just where the noticeable colors would be. It's a very, very subtle, but yeah, it bugs me if I don't fix it. Like with horror, there's a lot of possibilities that you can do. So there's a lot of things we can have fun with this girl. Oh, that's another one. So let's get this color here. Airbrush. That's a little too much. Oh, see a spot I missed with the color. And I know why it happened, because with the when I added the color originally, it wasn't like that. The color wasn't like fully complete. Am I still an airbrush? I must be. Okay. Now what? Okay, Mark isn't streaming tonight. Okay, so the only thing I can think is like a red for like a menacing like color. I'm trying to think of how this would actually shade, because there's no definitive like light source. So I'm gonna actually have to look up some references for that. Like, I can't think of a horror movie poster right off the bat. Horror movie poster. It's a really good place to go for something like this. Just to see where the light sources that they chose are, or how they did the lighting. Not seeing anything in particular, yeah, that really spells it. Could go half and half. I say we just experiment. We're probably going to need two different tones of shadow here, because, well, I don't think that red is going to work with the hair. It's going to kind of, because if you do a light color against the dark color, it creates more highlight. Wait, that actually is correct. So, red might actually work. I don't know. We'd have to just try it. So this is the point of the process where it kind of turns into an experimental process. Just gonna get the right brush size first, because for some reason the bucket tool don't like to register correctly. Oh my god, what in the hell? My brush is wanting to be a dick today. And it does not want to behave. Fuck you, stupid brush. Is my stability on? It is at 7. Okay, I gotta remember how the face contorts here. Or not contorts, but shifts. Comes down, there's a bump there. I don't know. I guess we just experiment. Yeah, this is basically going to be an experimental process. You cunt. Sorry, guys. It's not the worst thing I've said on this channel, though. Not even close. Yeah, I guess we just experiment around and see what happens. Trying to be a darker red. Keep in mind, we're just experimenting. This isn't actually how I'm planning to do it. Probably going to change the color. Why are you going outside the things? Oops. Okay. Well, I already know one thing that needs to change, and that's the underside of the chin. Because there's always a shadow cast down there. C spot I missed. Can't rename my brush way smaller than this. Okay. Oh. I think I'm going to go for a slightly darker red. Either that or red might just not even be the right color. That's basically the idea that I'm going for. Okay, let's try a black. Because why not? Ooh, I like that. Very Jeff the Killer-esque. I'm not gonna lie, it gives me Jeff the Killer vibes. Yeah, I like the black more. Blackish gray. Okay, so let's start experimenting around, shall we? It's always the hardest part, is just trying to figure out how these shapes work. The side of the face looks fine. The one on the hair needs to be darker though. So we need to go darker for the hair. Oh God. Why does it always do this to me? Why do you do this to me? Oh, I know why. Just turn that down. Okay. Turn that off. Just have to smooth out these edges a little bit. I don't know why it's being so freaking strong. No clue. Okay, there. Whoops. See? There it's fine. very small brush size for this one. Right there, that works just fine. Let me try turning it down and see if it might match up just a little better. Yeah, I'd say she looks fine in terms of a two-tone. Okay, but there is one thing that I need to do for the nose. Get that color. I need to go something like that. No. Because there is a shadow cast there. Yep, see? Okay. No definitive light source. So it's just kind of a shot in the dark, honestly. Sorry. Okay, I feel like I know what to do now, and it's down bare bones a very easy one. Which basically, I think what I just do now is go something like... put shadows where shadows need to be. It's not a very common color that I work with, guys. So yeah, it's kind of different. Is that a good idea? Just add that outside shadow. Let's repeat the same process on this side. Too big. Okay, for this is gonna be have to be a highlight. Because this is metal, so how does one make that work? That's a toughie. Okay, it's starting to look a little like steel. Not steel, but you know what I mean. metallic, I guess you could say. On that side, you can definitely see it. Okay, get rid of that. All right. Just trying to think anything else. Touch shadows where it matters as well. Okay, and then that obscures with shadow. So that would be shadow cast. Like bloodstained chains, maybe? Hey Quentin, how you doing? Just trying to decide what to do with this. Okay, I think I need... That would be more like here. Go darker. Something like that. Interesting. Or is it more of a metallic glow? Because this is more This is more metal in my opinion. Like more of a metallic type of material. Kind of like armor, almost. How you add metallic shine is you just put a white highlight. It's tricky to get correct. I think. Okay, I feel like it's one of these kinds of effects where. Okay. Let me go back to the two-tone real quick. Grab this color. I feel like it's like one of these effects where it like the underside of it has slight shadow to it, kind of like that. This was something I kind of discovered while doing another piece recently. That could be something. Let me try lowering to 50%. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That definitely did something. That definitely did something. All right. there's not really much I can do for her body, honestly. She's just kind of there. All the effects that I want to add are kind of additional effects. So the only thing I can think is to kind of start adding those effects. So for that, I need like a bloody color, kind of like a dark red. So, is that underneath? It is not. Let me do that instead. That way this goes a lot more easier. Let me just try something. See if this might work. Hmm. I don't remember exactly how I did blood. Blood's a tricky thing to do. Believe it or not, it's tricky. Try a darker, like a lighter tone now. Let me just try and mix it up a little bit. Nope. I think it's just the color of her skin that really is what's making it hard. Because, well, yeah. She's kind of a natural, isn't she? Then for that, what I can do is go something like this. 2.0 at least. Never mind. That has to be on top. Like, put some blood on the chains. I don't remember how I did blood. I honestly don't remember how I did blood. I did blood for the Greystone Witch one, and I don't remember how I did it. Because I kind of paid homage to Cupcakes a little bit. I don't remember exactly how I did it. It's tricky, I know that for a fact. Okay, that looks like blood. That definitely does look like blood. I think it's a highlight that makes it come to life. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken. Because the way blood splatters, it's not like, you know, a direct splash. It's splatter, so it's all over the place. Like maybe more along the lines of that is more blood splattery. Huh. Do I give her lipstick? I don't know. Let me see on that one. Let me see on that one. Let's see what she'd even look like. No. No. Ooh, that is actually more creepy. Not gonna lie. Let me see about this. Ooh. I kind of like that. And given the original source has this, yeah, I think I'd go with this. Extend it a little bit more. Ooh, that definitely adds something. That's good. Ugh. Eerie. Okay, now the bloodiness is kind of starting to come through. Let me see if I can make these also a little bit on the more rough side. Oh, yeah. Teaching everybody how to do freaking spoopy art. Hey, that's what I'm here for, I guess. No, 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 no. This is easily becoming one of my favorites, though. Like in recent years, this is easily becoming one of my favorites. Where is it? Ah, it was right here. Oh, oops. No, what I need to do is I need to go first. Then get that color. Otherwise it won't look right. Okay, let's see if I can mimic it. Nope, it's not even showing up. bitch. Let me try that again. Okay, where does it connect? Like right here. Why do you always do this? Why do I have to freaking color this in all by myself? Fucking stupid. Okay, it's looking better. Okay, I think we do the shadows now. What am I talking about? I'm already doing shadows. Okay. Grab this. Nope. All right. Next for the hair ones as well. doesn't connect correctly. Okay, there's no shadow cast there, no shadows on that side. No, 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 no. Where in the hell is there an opening in this? I swear this thing just does this to me to torture me. No, shadows cast, it doesn't cast onto the face. Or to the hair, excuse me. Alright. Do I go for gray or do I go for darker black? Well, let's see. Let's see, guys. Let's see. I think I go for darker black because I feel like that, yeah, that definitely makes your hair grow, pop a lot more. Still don't know what this thing's name is going to be. All I can say is that she is based off of something very specific to and near and dear to my heart. If you've been following me long enough, you know for a fact who this is. Okay, now our pigtail. Nope. Much harder to work with than the regular brush. Oh. Actually, hang on a second. I think it goes on the opposite side. This side. Looks kind of correct. Oh my god, Brush, can we behave, please? There's an opening there, so that makes sense. Forgot to add hair details. Oops. Okay. Nope. Should I do this kind of a thing? Too small enough. Oh, shit. I do have an idea for this. That would be right over. Hairbrush. than that. That is absolutely fucking terrifying. Oh boy. I definitely got the creepy factor correct. Oh. Okay, well, the one that I don't want to be hit is the nose. But it's gonna get hit. Kind of makes the shadow look a little bit more realistic. The only thing I think to do to give her a more creepy vibe is to do something with the eyes. Get the eyes more like a glowy effect. So to do that, I have to go above this one. Go for a brighter red. Okay, now I just gotta fix the background. Or, not fix it, but I don't know, I guess make it brighter? Which I don't know how we're gonna do that. Hmm. I think that looks badass. Like, I legitimately think that looks badass. I think she's done. I think she's done. What's her name? I have no idea. Oh wait, there's one more effect I can add technically to right here. And that's to go something like... not that. Something like this. Ooh, that even gave it a better effect. Guys, I think we did. I think we made a pretty good... a pretty good dedication. But before I do... actually, there's one more thing I need to do. Whoops, not that. I need to go... At this point, we have no names for our layers, but that's okay. I love how she came out so good. Oh my god, I cannot believe how well this turned out. That is absolutely nuts to me. Like, this is definitely one of my proud accomplishments. No shit, this is one of my favorites. I think it's on the outside like that. Well, certainly not perfect, but I think I nailed it, man. I think I nailed it. And if nobody knows what this is, I don't know how you still follow me. And yes, the date does lie. The date does a lie. It was this one. Please and thank you. This is number 7, I believe. That is wicked shit right there. See a little something I don't like. Where is it? Probably right there. Yep. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just checking everything. This should definitely answer what this is referencing. Okay, it's just that one. see something. God damn. That turned out way better than I ever thought it would. Like, that looks so, so good. It literally looks like a female version. Like, it looks like I gender bent Billy the Puppet, pretty much. I could be no more happy with how this came out. Like, this looks so fucking good. My only question is, what would happen if I were to go something like... Where's the eyeball? Right there. If I were to take all of this, like, glowy out, what happens? Does it still have that glowy effect, or is it... Yeah, it still does. Let me see if I erase the rest of that, what happens. That's the only part about it I don't like. I mean, that looks fucking cool. I cannot be any happier with the result of that. That looks so fucking good. So with that, I think that's going to conclude this stream. How long did it take? About 3 hours. That wasn't too bad, actually. So yeah, I am definitely happy with that. That looks so fucking good. Like, holy crap, that looks so good. But yep, thank you everyone for joining me. And hopefully you guys like the final product too, because I'm happy with it 100%. So, thank you all for joining. And I don't know when I'll get back to another one, or if I'll stream another one. But yeah, definitely expect this. Definitely probably expect more Inktober content, like working on it, to come out as streams and stuff. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.